Most asphalt plants are situated outside. As part of our planning application, we had to put a building around ours because of the urban environment in which we're in. The issue beforehand was mainly down to the temperature within the building, the amount of dust within there, and obviously that creates quite a hazardous environment in terms of needing to work inside. And also, as part of the fire risk assessment, we'd identified an issue with regards to casualty recovery. So the project was really designed around solving those issues. What we've done at Darwen is we've introduced a fan. We've named it a fire fan.
The concept that we're looking at, obviously we need to move air inside the building to cool the building down, but by adding water, what we found is we can encompass the dust at the same time and make it a much more comfortable environment in there. So we have fire mode, which is basically full fan, full water, but we can use it in another way for maintenance, in that we just have a misting spray to take the dust out of the air, and we have the fan on a lower setting, so it's just moving a smaller amount of air. When we did some tests within the building, what we found is that we're usually between 50 and 60 degrees centigrade, which is way above where the World Health Organization wants us to be. And what we found by using the fire fan is that within 7 minutes we can take it down to 23 degrees, which is below the recommended absolute limit.
Since the fan's been installed, it's a million times better to work in there. If it's planned maintenance, we just switch it on, go down, do the paperwork. By the time you come back up, it's a nice environment up there and just easy to work in. It's made it a million times better.
One of the key benefits is, under the cost regulations, we have to have the air conditioner monitored, and what we found was, after installing the fan and operating it, that the results that came back were reduced by 2/3, which then put us back within the allowable limits as far as the regulations are concerned. One of the additional parameters that the Health and Safety Executive are quite keen on is something called the wet bulb globe temperature, which is a measure of the thermal stress of an individual within a hot environment. The calculated limit for the site here at Darwen was 25 degrees centigrade, and with the fire fan in operation, we managed to get a figure of 23, which is within the limits. So additionally, what we found is that we've created a much happier working condition within the building for the staff on site. Temperatures are much lower. There isn't the same necessity to wear personal protective equipment if they're within that environment. And from a fire safety point of view, we've now created an environment in which, if the fire service arrive on site, the atmosphere within there has been evacuated of fumes, the temperature's dropped, and it's much safer for them to go in and do, say for example, a casualty recovery.